Remember the pop star slash rapper? He had this song called Airplanes and a few other ones. Like I remember listening to him when I was growing up and stuff like that. But he used to be like way up here. He also did the song with what's his name, Two Chains, Titty Boy. You know what I mean? He had a few massive hits, especially Airplanes. But he ended up destroying his career. And it's for the most weirdest reason you can even think of. I mean, not really that weird, but just I don't know, just follow along with me, bro. So let's just start off with his first name. His actual name. It's actually not B.o.B or Bob Lamb or whatever you like to call it, right? So Bobby Ray Simmons Jr. is an American rapper and singer and record producer. He was born November 15, 1988 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Grew up in Decorah, Georgia. Like I've never been to North Carolina. I have a cousin there and stuff like that, but it'd be kind of interesting to see where B.o.B, grew up. He gained his popularity in 2009 with this hit single, Nothing on You, featured Bruno Mars. That was the other one I was thinking of. Nothing on You, Bruno Mars. That was an incredible hook. It ended up topping in the Billboard Chart 100. He also is kind of known for blending alternative hip hop, pop, rap, and rock elements in his music. Some of his other popular songs, like I said earlier, is Airplanes featuring Haley Williams, and the song Magic featuring Rivers. Magic, that one is incredible. But to kind of bring it back to the topic on how B.o.B really destroyed his career, bro, just follow along. You know what I mean? He started off with this really weird, interesting theory. Some people say it's real, some people say it's fake. I think you're kind of delusional if you think that. Kind of like Kyrie Irving. He believed in something called, he believes in flat earth. That goes farther than the conspiracy theories of Alex Jones. But yeah, so he pretty much publicly stated that he believes the earth is flat, which is absolutely ridiculous in my mind. He ended up using social media to promote these beliefs. Like if you're gonna have these crazy delusional beliefs, why are you posting on social media? He then released a song called Flatline, discussing his views on it. By the way, that song is absolutely garbage. Like, just trash. It became a subject of a widespread ridicule and memes. There's just so many just crazy memes of B.o.B with the flat earth, even. Those are just some funny stuff. It's like, who believes in that stuff? He then invited another flat earth supporter to join the conversation. And it's like, if you're gonna talk about flat earth, why not just bring someone else that knows about it, right? He attempted to fundraise for a satellite to prove his theory. Like, I guess when you have a lot of money and you think you're right about something, might as well just, throw some coins in there. You know what I mean? He really just discredited the scientific evidence and mainstream education just because he truly believed in it, I guess you could say. He participated in interviews defending his stance. He even has influenced a small community of believers. And that conspiracy theory lane is just so toxic, bro. Like, so toxic. He faced so much ridicule by peers in the industry. He even lost credibility among the general public and fans. As I think, in my opinion, he definitely should. So, he did have a bit of a Twitter controversy as well. He engaged in a public debate with Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is the Jesus Christ of the scientific community for this generation, right? He continues to defend his flat earth stance time after time. The feud attracted significant media attention, which is kind of ridiculous at the same time because it's just like a rapper with a lot of different hits believing in something. Like, why is that such a big deal? Tyson ended up responding with his own diss track, Flat to Fact, which is pretty bad as well. Let me just be honest with you. It sparked discussions across social media platforms, led to other scientists debunking his claims publicly, and then he caused a split in public opinion about his mental state. I think they were really trying to put him in the cuckoo bed, right? The memes just went so viral, like I was saying, and just the feud and everything. It was just a mockery. It was just a bad move by him. Luckily, Kyrie Irving is a big basketball superstar, so it didn't hit him as much as B.o.B did. He just really lost credibility. Fans and critics questioned his mental state and judgment, lost trust and respect for the music industry. Media outlets focused on his beliefs rather than his art, which is a little bit tough because he's pretty talented. He's not the best singer, but he's good at making song structures. He always has good verses and those top hits like Nothing on You, Airplanes and stuff like that. Even sponsors and endorsements pulled back from supporting him. Like, this was a full out canceled, like full out. He's like the Ray Sherman of the last generation. He had hits. Music sales and streams started to take a hit as well, which which makes sense if the whole media public is looking at you as you are crazy, right? Like people just didn't want to collab with him. Like he didn't have those pop stars wanting to collab with him no more because he was just proving just how crazy he was. Like the negative publicity for him just really just took a huge downfall for him. Social media following began to decline. The negative attention impacted his brand and image. From engagement on posts decreased significantly. Like his likes used to be like at around 1 million. Now they're like down to like 60K at this point. Like even soon after, like, looking at him, it's like crazy. Like he really faced cyberbullying. Like he was literally getting canceled. Like his posts were getting flagged. Like that's how bad. That's how bad it was for B.o.B. Decline in his popularity just went so downhill, bro. Like I said before, other artists and newcomers took his place in the spotlight. Like I was saying before, Ray Sherman literally took a spotlight, right? Because he was a hit maker, he made pop hits and shit like that, and people just took his place. You know what I mean? Media and radio played his music less frequently, and he was a radio artist, so him losing that's a huge L for him. He faced challenges in promoting new releases, his ticket and attendance sales declined, like all of that stuff declined. You know what I mean? Like he tried to rebrand himself, but after you say the earth is flat, which I don't even think is that big of a deal, it was just done for him. But let's talk about the Atlantic record split. He claimed that Atlantic Records suppressed his creative freedom and then publicly criticized the label for lack of support. He then ended his contract with Atlantic Records. And to be honest with you, I do think it is kind of ridiculous that it's just over him believing in the flat earth. He struggled to achieve the same level of success without label backing, lost marketing and promotional power of a major label. He faced challenges in distribution and visibility, had to self-finance his music projects and tours, right? He then lost access to top-tier producers and songwriters because most pop rappers have writers. You know that, right? Industry connections were gone, opportunities dismissed. He worked with smaller and less influential labels, and the independence brought creative freedom, but a financial strain. Digital sales and streaming earnings were way lower. So everything just kind of went downhill for him, right? He opened up about dealing with anxiety and depression. His mental health issues were linked to the controversial actions, obviously. Fans and media showed concern of his well-being. But the thing was it really his well-being, or was it more just calling him crazy, right? It was just so many different challenges for him. There was even like he even faced protests and backlash during his live performances. I think that's like low-key a little bit much, pretty ridiculous. Some venues even canceled the shows due to the controversy. Like I said earlier, his attendance in his concerts dwindled. Fans expressed disappointment in his beliefs and actions. These protests added to negative publicity surrounding him. Like people are literally boycotting him just because he believed in flat Earth. He did a lot of attempts to try to come back as well. He released a new music in an attempt to revive his career. He failed to recapture the mainstream success he once had because he was independent. Struggled to innovate and adapt to new music trends, which is a little bit harder when you don't have a label backing, right? Fans and critics were hesitant to support his comeback efforts. New releases received mixed or poor reviews. Media coverage focused more on his past controversies. Promotional efforts felt flat, kind of like flat Earth without label support. So it's embarrassing on both aspects. It's embarrassing that he believed in the flat Earth. It is also kind of embarrassing that the labels just dropped him because of a belief. It's not like flat Earth can like harm anybody. So my opinion is just like a little bit ridiculous. But if you ever wondered how B.o.B destroyed his career, that's exactly why, bro. That's exactly why.